Okay, so here we go. I've already prepped all this, right? And so right now we're looking at just wetting this out. We're gonna wet all this out, try to get everything up in here. Because again, we are in a pot, and the more you have in that pot, the hotter it's gonna get quicker. And you know the story. You lose your batch. So we're just looking at getting this wet out, and there's no, proper way of doing this. Just try to keep your mess to a minimum, unless you like cleaning up. And then all we're gonna do here now is right where we figured we're gonna start. So we're gonna put that up there. Our number one piece. And we're just gonna come back in over top of that. And all we're gonna do is make sure that we got everything nice and wet in here. Just like so. And I mean, whatever tool you need to use, right? You can use a paintbrush, you can use a popsicle stick, you can use spreaders, whatever works for you. Don't make it more complicated than it has to be. And be prepared for stuff like that to happen. Make sure you have rags and stuff ready, right? And again, we're using intermediate hardener, so we have about an 18 to 20 minute working time here right now. And we should be okay with that, I think. And believe me, when this stuff starts to kick, you'll know. You'll smell it. It'll get hot on your hands. I'm actually going to use some of the stuff that I already have on here. You just want to make sure that your tabs here are just overlaying exactly the way that you want them to, right? You don't want to be heavy and light on one side, right? So whatever you got to do to fix that up. do here is I'm going to spread this out of my cup up on the sides. That's going to thin out my batch, and that's going to give me a little bit longer of a working time then too. You see how we're not having to deal too much with sag right now, and that's a great thing, because again, you don't want to stand around or sit around the shop all night babysitting this until it sets up, because I'm sure you have better things to do. I'm not sure how good the picture is here for you guys to actually see what's going on, but this is actually laying up very well, except for that, I spoke too soon. And you do want to keep this as flat as possible and avoid air bubbles as much as possible as well. Actually getting some very good coverage here. We're actually going to end up being a little bit more proud basically here around the number there, 8. It's going to be sticking out a little bit more, but that's okay. That's not a bad thing. We're going to come back in here after with some heavy duty sanding, and we're going to knock this down where we kind of need to have it, and then we're going to start working with our fillers and everything else here to get everything back out level where we need it to be. There we go. That's the end of our 1-inch piece. We're going to throw in our 2-inch here. And this is just going to help pull everything together. Now, you're gonna notice here, I'm gonna be bigger than what I have ground out right now. We're only gonna put epoxy basically on the repair area here. And we're gonna leave the outside up here for now. And it doesn't matter if you get epoxy on there, it just makes your sanding much more easier. But after the fact, when you come back here the next day or whenever you decide to come back, the minute you hit that with the sander, it's just gonna peel off that glass that has no epoxy or resin on it, and cleans it up really quick for you. But if you like sanding, by all means, just goop her right up. And hey, if you do like sanding, get a hold of me. I'm always looking for a sander. Just remember, we're in Canada. It's okay in the summer and the fall, not so much fun in the winter. There we have it. So that's it. That's how much epoxy we have left in there. So one batch is more than enough. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on the back corner, just to use some of it up. And I'm gonna spread out the rest of it in the cup here so that obviously we don't have an issue when this does decide to heat up and kick off. So, but that's it. I mean, we're good in here now. There's that laid up very well, actually. I'm very happy with how that went, and that brought us, you know, almost where we need to be. And I think around here we are where we need to be. Over here we're going to need a little bit more work, and you know, the surrounding area, but that's the bulk of it right there. And once this is kicked and this is cured, that's going to be solid. And then, like I say, we're going to come in here, we're going to prep, decide what we need to do with fillers. I don't think we're going to need any more glass. I might decide to bring this down and tab it into here, depending on, you know, how much room we have to play with down here, because again, we were concaved in here, right? So other than that, as you see up here, I'm leaving that dry, and that way when I come in here with the sander, it's just going to nick that off right away. Future reference, yes, this decal will be replaced. We're not working around the decal. It's just right now, I want to make sure that we are going to be able to get a good solid patch in here, and it looks like we're well on our way for that. And then once that's all done, we can come in and we can start playing with all the other areas here and fairing all this up and making it look pretty. So I think that's a good place to end this video for now. That's everything. I think I'm gonna have to stick around here for maybe like 30 minutes or something and just keep an eye on this so we don't have no drooping, and until this decides to finally kick off. And once that's done, I'm out of here. I'm gonna call it a day. But anyways, I hope some of this info is gonna be relevant for you, and that you could get as much as you want out of this. Entertainment wise, I don't know how much. I think it's pretty dry, but if you're looking for information, I think we have oodles of that for you. And anyways, if you do like the video, hit the subscribe button, and that way, you know, you can stay in tune with this project and anything else we have going on. When we release some new videos, smash the like button if you like the video. I appreciate that in advance. And other than that, thanks for watching this one, and we'll catch you next time we're working on this, and we'll be doing some sanding and starting to lay up some more epoxy. Have a great night, folks, and thanks for watching.